And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Callen here with you to help you out with Lesson 310, Chapter 3, Lesson 10, Solving Equations Containing Like Terms. So let's get into the homework. Press pause. Come on back when you're ready. As always, let me know if you have some extra questions that I can help you with tomorrow or whenever I see you again. Hey, let's talk about where we've been, where we are now, and where we're going. We've been working on 1- and 2-step equations and simplifying expressions. So even before we get to the equation stuff, we say, hey, we got 3f's, 4f's, why not make that 7f's? And then if my computer would unfreeze at some point in time, that'd be great. Okay, now it works. Meanwhile, we had 1-step equations, 4f equals 147. We had 2-step equations, 3 plus 4f equals 147. Here's where we are at today. 3f's and 4f's together are equaling 147. Now you might look up and see that eventually we will be getting to simplifying and solving more complex multi-step equations. But that's where we are today using the distributive property not to simplify, solving multi-step equations. Sorry, I never fixed that. Let's move on, shall we? Go ahead and pause today's date, whatever the date is. And then I slightly changed the problems 4 to 18 evens, 40 to 48 all. And let's get some examples up. Pause and come on back when you're ready. So let's get into a couple examples, ladies and gents, but I'm going to take the slow way. I'm going to make sure we first understand where we are. So we have 7 envelopes money, and then, of course, we could write in here a 1 envelope. So let's draw that out, shall we? So we got 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Each of those is some unknown amount. We're not quite sure. Then we have 1 more envelope of money, and it's equaling 56. Goodness gracious, let's do this. Let's get a little infinite cloner here. Now, some of you are looking at that on the other side and saying, Mr. Callen, why would we write 7f's plus 1n, 7n's plus 1n? When in fact, we're saying, dude, come on, Mr. Callen, 7n's, 1n, that's the same as saying 8n's or 8 envelopes full of money. That is the biggest part of today's assignment, ladies and gents, combining like terms. Why write 7 envelopes and an extra envelope when you could just turn that into 8 envelopes? Now, naturally, we don't want to know what 8 envelopes are equal to. So let's take 8 envelopes, split it into 8 parts. Let's split 56 into 8 parts. Now, what is that doing on this side? What we're doing is we're splitting this up, and there's a group, and there's a group, and there's a group, and so on and so on and so on, because 8n split into 8 groups is a single envelope, which is exactly what we wanted. And if we split up each of these into 8 parts, there would be $7. Well, would there be $7? I'm not so sure, but we can always check it to find out. Now I'm going back to the original equation, ladies and gentlemen, where 7 plus some number, 7 times some number plus that same number is equaling 56. Well, taking this equation, but now we think we know what that missing number is. So let's go ahead and substitute in 7 wherever we see the n and find out. Now, many of you will cover that side up with your hands. 7 sevens is 49. 49 plus 7 using our order of operations, 49 and 7 is 56. Once we take that away, we see, hey, 56 is equal to 56. Therefore, this is a true statement. So I want you to understand pictorially, because I really am thinking I'm going to push you guys to draw a picture of an equation come the quiz time. Why write 7n's and 1n when we could combine those like terms into 8n's? In fact, if you look at the picture, it doesn't even look like 7n's and 1n. It just looks like 8n's. Let's go ahead now with a couple more examples. 44 equals 9t's plus 2t's, but why write 9t's and another 2t's when we could put those together and write 11t's? But naturally, our goal would be to solve and find out what a single t is. So let's take each side and split it into 11 parts. If we were to do that, 11 elevenths makes a whole t. 44 split into 11 parts would be 4, or does it? So we bring the original equation down. 9 times some missing number, plus 2 times some missing number. And instead of writing 9 times some missing number, let's go ahead and substitute in the quantity we believe will work. 9 fours is 36. 2 fours is 8. Notice they're both multiplications, so I go left to right. Meanwhile, 36 plus 8, 44. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a true statement here. Let's do one more example, please, where 3 and 6/10 equals 5c and 1c. Now, I'm totally a 1 guy. I like to write the 1 in here. Meanwhile, why write 5c's and 1c when we could combine those like terms and write 6c's? But let's go ahead and split up both parts, both sides of that equation into 6 groups. When we do that, 6 cancels out. And 36 divided by 6 would be 6 wholes, but this is not 36, so I'm thinking 6/10. Now, I did some mental math there. You're welcome to come off to the side if you wish, but let's go ahead and just check it. If it's not right, we're going to find the mistake quite quickly. 5 times some missing number plus that same missing number. We think that number is 6/10. So let's go ahead and substitute it in and see if it works. 5 sixes is 30, but 5 6/10 would put me over at 3 and 0/10. Adding 6/10 to that, we get 3 wholes, 6/10, and it sure would appear that we have a true statement. That's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of a longer assignment, so let's get cracking. If you need, pause, rewind, listen again, watch again, look again. See how these problems are similar to what we've done in the past. See how they're different. The biggest difference is simplifying those like terms. When you can, combine those like terms. Why write 9 t's and 2 t's when you could just combine them into 11 t's? Why write 5 c's and 1 c when you can combine those into 6 c's? Then you will quickly see a 1 or 2 step equation that is remaining, and we know how to solve those. We already have those skills. So after the assignment, folks, go ahead and just write a line right underneath any examples you have. Don't forget the directions, which I believe are fairly simple and self-explanatory today. Then we have 4 through 18 evens, followed by 4 to 48 all. Let me know if I can help, folks. Take care and do well. Let's grow.